My name's Mark, and I'm here to help you live a better, healthier life. My goal is to help as many people as I can get into shape and improve their quality of life. Now, if this is the first time here and you want to learn more about practical and effective ways to improve your health, your fitness and overall well-being, or if you're just interested in expanding your knowledge about fitness and nutrition, start now by hitting the subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos ever again. And now, with no further ado, let's jump right in. In this video, we're going to look at how to find the time to do a workout in a busy day with a busy schedule. I'm going to keep them simple and effective as we go through, and I've got 8 key steps for you to go through this in this video. Here's a question for you, and please do leave an answer in the comments below. How do you manage to fit your workouts, your exercise into your work day? Leave a comment and let me know how you do it. Thank you. Now, these are in no particular order. So number 1, keep your workout clothes handy, whether that's in your car, in the office, in a bag you carry with you, or even just after you've done the washing, take that next set of workout clothes and leave them on top of your dresser or wherever else you get changed in the bedroom. You know, whatever it is, keep them handy. I know that my wife does shifts and everything else, so sometimes leaving them in the bedroom is of no use because she's going to be sleeping, so I make sure that I leave them in the office. Whatever works for you, keep them handy. That way you've got less of an excuse, less time required to change into them to do a workout. So that's number 1. Keep your workout clothes handy. Okay, number 2. Really quite simple. Schedule your workouts as if they were a meeting at work. Actually put it into your diary. That way you've got some time blocked out. Now, it might be before your day starts, after your day starts, in a lunch break or other break. It doesn't have to be an hour-long session. It can be a few minutes here and there, and we'll come to that later on. But schedule it. Schedule it like any other meeting you have so that you are committed to that. You've got some time reserved for it and work around that. So, number 2, schedule it just like a work meeting. Number 3, it's far easier in the summer to do this one, and it's one I hate and try and do the least of, but get up earlier. Start your day that little bit earlier. In the summer, it's very easy to get up at 6 o'clock and actually go for a walk before the day even starts. In the winter, when it's dark until 7:30 in the morning, it's harder to do that. But there's always things you can do in the house. There's always things you can do with any free space you've got in terms of exercise. You don't need lots of equipment. That can be simply doing some yoga exercises or other form of exercise in the house. So one of the options there, option number 3, is just get up that little bit earlier and do a little bit before your day actually starts. Okay, number 4. If you are lucky enough to be in a place that's not been hit by COVID and closed down, and you are a gym going person, pick the closest gym you can. Obviously budgets and everything else, factor into that, but don't be taking half an hour to actually get to a gym because you prefer that one when you can go 5 minutes to get to a gym that has almost as much stuff or is cheaper or whatever else it is. Save yourself the time, save yourself that commute, go to one that is closer. If you're planning on doing half an hour in the gym but it takes you 20 minutes, half an hour to get there, suddenly it's an hour and a half to go to the gym. Whereas if the gym is 5 minutes away, you can actually do 30 minutes or 60 minutes and actually use the same time or less time and get back on with your busy day. So pick the closest gym you can. Okay, number 5. It's quite a big one, but quite small. It's about mindset and efficiency. Whether you're going to the gym or whether you're doing some exercise at home, plan it out before you start. Know what you're going to do beforehand. That way, whether it's burpees, star jumps, yoga, walking, going to the gym, doing upper body, lower body, whatever it is, okay? Have it planned out in your head first. So you're not wasting minutes at a time thinking, oh, right, okay, what shall I do next, right? Have a plan of action for your exercise bit. So we talked earlier about booking it out almost like a meeting, have it scheduled in your diary, but in a meeting you have an agenda, you know what you're going to talk about. Do the same for your exercise. I'm going to do cardio today, and cardio is going to be going for a walk. Cardio is going to be getting on a treadmill at the gym. Whatever it is, have it set in your head before you start, so that you're not sitting there going, right, what should I do next? Because that way you lose time, and this is all about being efficient and simple. So simple is, what are you going to do? You've booked out half an hour. What are you going to do in that half an hour? So mindset and efficiency. Okay, number 6, lunch breaks. I don't know about you, but I have a lunch break, and it's very easy just to work on through lunch or grab a quick sandwich and everything else. One of the things I've started doing is actually booking out a meeting for lunchtime so that I've actually got that hour or as close to an hour as I can. I've booked it out like any other meeting. It doesn't take me a full hour to go and have some lunch, even if I'm cooking something, which I generally don't. I'm generally having something left over from the night before. So you've got an hour for lunch. Well, why not use it? So actually do half an hour of exercise in there, do half an hour for a walk, take the dogs for a walk in my case, or do a little bit of yoga. That way you've got that hour that everybody expects you to be off, although in COVID that can be difficult sometimes, particularly in a company that works different time zones. But generally speaking, you are expected to have a break around lunchtime. So put that break to use. Actually get up out of the chair from your work, actually go and do something, and actually again have that scheduled in so that you know on a daily basis, I'm going to have an hour's lunch. For the first half an hour, I'm actually going to have some food and a coffee, and for the second half an hour, I'm actually going to do some yoga or whatever it is for you. Okay, use your lunch break, use it effectively and efficiently, but actually make sure you carve that out, because that's a great time of the day where people expect you to be away from your desk to actually do something physical. So yes, lunch break, number 6. Okay, number 7. This one might have you looking like a lunatic. I know certainly when I was working in the office before COVID, this one got me some very, very funny looks, and that is workout at work. Now, I don't mean you have to get changed into some sort of outfit to go and do some heavy lifting or anything else, although sometimes I went to the gym. But you can work out at work, whether that's at home or in an office, by simply getting up off your desk and actually going for a walk. Most Fitbits and Apple Watches and all the rest of it these days tell you every hour to get up off your behind and do some exercise. Whether that's just walking around the desks, walking around the floor, going up and down the stairs to the canteen to get a coffee, whatever it is, actually make use of time at the office if you are there, or at home, walk around the house. Occasionally you'll get funny looks from your wife or the dogs, right? But actually moving around is good in whatever form it takes. So, work out at work. There are lots of things you can do there. Choose to use the stairs rather than the lift. You know, go for a walk around the floor in the office. Go for a walk around the block if your office building is not that big. At home, do the same thing. Obviously, most people don't have lifts at home, but walk up and down the stairs, walk around the living room, walk around the block. There are lots of things you can do there to take a short break and add some activity to your day, whether you're in an office, whether you're at home, whatever it is. And you can do that in a few minutes here and there. You can jog on the spot, walk on the spot, you can, whatever it is, you can do more exercise in the day. What you need to do is go and do it. And that is effectively number 7. Work out at work, whatever that is, but do more than you did the day before. Okay, so number 8. I'm counting with fingers here, it's a bit hard work. Number 8. This is the simplest and the biggest of all the things, which is quite simply, doing something is better than nothing. So it doesn't matter whether it's a hardcore hour sweaty mess in the gym, or whether it's 2 minutes walking around the floor repeatedly, looking like a lunatic. It doesn't matter what it is, but doing something is better than sitting on your behind and doing nothing. So When it comes to all of these different workout things you can do at home, in the office, it's a busy day, and it's very easy to start at your start time, batter on through, keep your head down and work away all the way through to the end, and hopefully you've got less emails in your inbox than you did at the start. It's easy, we've all been there, and we all have days like that. But most days you can fit in a few minutes here and there to do something, whether it's just walking to the furthest photocopier away, whether it's just walking to the kitchen to grab a coffee and drinking it down there and walking around while you're doing it, and then coming back to your office, and next time you want a drink, walking back to the kitchen. There are lots of things we can do, and they're all small steps. You don't have to go big straight from the start, but what you do need to do is do more. Something is better than nothing, and lots of somethings soon build up, and it's again a trend. We've talked about that in previous videos. It's a trend of what you're doing as you're going through. So number 8, something is better than nothing. Fit it into your day, whether it's booking a meeting, whether it's getting up earlier, whatever works for you. Doing something is better than nothing. Right, that's my 8 easy and efficient ways of actually fitting exercise into your busy working day. If there are any others that you know of that you use, please do leave them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And in terms of these videos, please do hit subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you're kept up to date with videos as they go forward. And I look forward to speaking to you next week.